Last night's amateur astronomers got a treat in the form of clear skies, a new moon, and Comet Sakamoto. The last three great comets were Lovejoy in 2011, McNaught in 2007, and the famous, or infamous, Hale-Bopp in 1997, which of course spawned the Heaven's Gate cult, whose members committed mass suicide in the belief it would allow them to hitch a ride with an extraterrestrial spaceship following that comet. You're listening to Tom Stonekettle of Stonekettle Radio, 970 BRG. Stonekettle Radio Show, 970 AM, WBRG, Pittsburgh. June 3rd, Makersville, Pennsylvania. Shana stood there looking at her little sister's empty bed, and her first thought was Nessie ran away again. She called to her a few times. Honestly, after Nessie had stayed up late last night to watch the comet through Dad's shitty telescope, Shana figured the younger girl would still be in bed, snoring up little earthquakes. She wasn't sure where the hell else Nessie could be. Shana had been up for an hour already, making their lunches, finishing the laundry, putting the trash and recycling together so she could haul it up the long driveway for tomorrow's pickup. So she knew Nessie wasn't in the kitchen. Maybe she was in the upstairs bathroom. Nessie? She paused. Listened. Nessie, come on. But nothing. Again, the thought, Nessie ran away again. It didn't make much sense. The first time Nessie ran away, that made sense. They'd just lost their mother, lost her in a very literal way. The four of them went to the grocery store, and only three of them came back. They feared Mom had been taken and hurt, but eventually security cameras from the Giant Eagle showed that nobody kidnapped her. She strolled out the automatic doors like nothing was wrong and then walked out of their lives for good. Mom became a big question mark stuck in their cheeks like a fishhook. But it was clear that their mother didn't want to be a part of their lives anymore. That, Shana knew even then, had been a long time coming, but the realization did not hit Nessie, and still had not reached her even now. Nessie believed then that it was Dad's fault, and maybe Shana's too. So 2 years ago, almost to the day, after school was done for the year, Nessie packed a backpack full of canned goods and bottled water, plus a couple of candy bars, and ran away. They found Nessie 4 hours later at the wooden bus shelter on Granger, hiding from a sudden rain squall. Shivering like a stray puppy. When Dad picked her up, she kicked and thrashed, and it was like watching a wrestler try to pin a tornado. But then he gave up and said to her, "You want to run away, you run away. But if you're thinking of going after your mother, I don't think she wants to be found." It was like watching a glass of water tip in slow motion. Nessie collapsed in his arms and wept so hard she could only catch her breath in these keening, air-sucking hitches. Her shoulders shook, and she pressed both hands under her armpits as if hugging herself. They got her home. She slept for 2 days, and then, slowly but surely, came back to life. That was 2 years ago. Today, though, Shana could not figure out why Nessie would want to run away again. Girl was 15 now, and hadn't hit the wall like Shana had at that age. As Dad put it, Shana went full teenager. Mopey and mad and hormones like a kicking horse. Shana was almost 18 now. She was better these days. Mostly. Nessie was still all right. Hadn't turned into a werewolf. Still happy, still optimistic. Eyes bright like new nickels. She had a little notebook in which she wrote all the things she wanted to do. Scuba dive with sharks, study bats, knit her own slippers like Mom used to do. All the places she wanted to go, Edinburgh, Tibet, San Diego. All the people she wanted to meet. The president, an astronaut, her future husband. She said to Shana one day, "I heard that if you complain, it reprograms your brain like a computer virus, and it just makes you more and more unhappy. So I'm going to stay positive, because I bet the opposite is true too."